Hello. Today I'm going to talk about how the cell gets rid of its garbage. And this is very important because as the cell accumulates a lot of old stuff, like old mitochondria, old membranes, old proteins, it ages the cell. And as the cell gets older, it's no longer able to do things properly and it can no longer divide. Can you imagine if the stem cells in our body can no longer divide? Our tissues are refurbished by the stem cells dividing and producing new cells. Our skin changes over every month. The cells in our intestinal lining change every week. If we had no stem cells, or if the stem cells got too old and couldn't divide, we'd be in trouble. Thus, cells have to get rid of the garbage, and they do this in three ways. Number one, stem cells divide asymmetrically. That means they don't divide into two halves. They divide into a mother cell and a daughter cell that are different. In some cases, the mother cell keeps all the old proteins and all the old denatured molecules, and the daughter cell is free of those, and therefore the daughter cell, in effect, is younger. In some cases, the daughter cell is the one which takes all the old stuff and all the mature proteins, and the mother cell remains a youngish stem cell ready for another day. That's the first way, getting rid of the trash in the cell. The second way is cells make their own garbage bins, these spherical garbage bins called vesicles. So they have membranes which form spheres encircling abnormal proteins or abnormal mitochondria or so on. And these garbage bins are collected together in another membrane and form a multivesicular body. And basically that's a spherical membrane that has a bunch of those smaller vesicles or garbage bins. This multivesicular body inside the cytoplasm then fuses with the plasma membrane and ejects those vesicles into the bloodstream and thus gets rid of all the old protein. That's the second way cells get rid of the garbage. The third way is cells have incinerators in their cytoplasm. The incinerators could be freestanding proteins, which are a specialized structure called the proteasome, which has tunnels and pockets inside it that takes up the old protein and then breaks it down and spits it out to be used up again by the cell. That's one kind of incinerator, the proteasome. Another kind of incinerator is called the lysosome, and this is in a membrane encircled structure that is very acidic and has lots of hydrolyzing enzymes. These lysozymes attach to those garbage bin vesicles, and the two merge together, allowing the acid and the enzymes to break down all the proteins in the vesicles. And again, then the leftover products are used by the cell for other things. So those three methods, number one, asymmetric cell division, number two, having vesicles or garbage bins that take up all the trash and then are ejected into the bloodstream. Number three, having incinerators like lysosomes or proteasomes that digest old proteins. If you have such effective methods of getting rid of old trash from the cell, why then do we age? The problem is aging begets aging. So as cells get old, sometimes those processes are not that efficient. The lysosomes become less acidic, the proteasomes become less functional, and the mitochondria become less powerful at producing energy, and the cell does not divide as efficiently as before. Scientists are coming up with ways to break the cycle of the aging begets aging, because youth begets youth. And young cells also secrete vesicles into the bloodstream, but the proteins in the vesicles from young tissues rejuvenate cells. The proteins from the plasma of young mice rejuvenate the cells of old mice. There are also some drugs that can be used to rejuvenate cells. So scientists are learning from all those experiments on aging to try and stop aging in its tracks by using youth. Youth begets youth, and over time, some of this research can be used for you and me to help decrease our chance of becoming older, or just as good is we're old, but we don't feel the effect of old age. We don't have the diseases of old age like dementia, diabetes, and so on. That is the golden grail in aging research.